Hey sis, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, then hey, my name is Julia and I am a flight attendant. Today, as you guys can already see by the title, I want to talk to you guys about where to stay as a new hire after graduation. So I got this question the other day, I think it was yesterday, about places for new hires to stay besides a crash pad. So the person was just letting me know that I don't really want to do a crash pad. What other options do I have? And first of all, me too. Same sis, same. I did a crash pad once when I was with my old company for a couple of months when I was based out of Fort Lauderdale, and I did not really like it that much. So ever since then, I had to find a way to be staying in a place where I had my own room, at least my own space. So yeah, crash pads, not my thing either. So I'm here to let you guys know some other options that you may have instead of crash pads. So the first thing that I want to say is that I recommend moving to base. Moving to base is just going to make your life a whole lot easier. You're already starting a new job, a completely different lifestyle. If you're able to move to base, it will make your life 10 times easier, I'm telling you. If you guys watch my vlogs, then you know that I was living in Philly and I got based out of Baltimore. Philly and Baltimore is probably about a 2-hour drive from each other, but I don't have a car. As a new hire on Ready Reserve, crew scheduling can start calling you at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and there's no way that I can get up, get to the airport in 2 hours. So it just wasn't going to work for me. So I decided to move to Maryland, and I live about 20 minutes from the airport, and it is so much easier for me, especially being on reserve, Ready Reserve specifically. So again, if you guys can, at least for the first year, I would say, move to base, then I would highly recommend that. So this is one of my tips for you guys, and this is what I personally did myself. I found my place on Facebook Marketplace. The place that I stay in is a nice little studio. I have my own bathroom, own kitchen, own everything. Facebook Marketplace has definitely become a good place to find a living situation, an apartment, a room for rent. I definitely recommend looking on Facebook Marketplace. So what you'll do is in your settings on your Facebook account, in the Marketplace section, is put your location at the airport where you are based in, and then I would say go about 6 or 7 miles at the max to see like what places are available, what places are for rent, what people are looking for roommates, what people are looking for rooms to rent out in their place, and just reach out to people that have postings that are intriguing to you. So that's what I do. Another place that you can find people looking for roommates or who are renting out places in their home is a website called Roomies.com. So I check on Roomies.com for places in different locations. Because I'm looking for another base to move to, I go on Roomies.com pretty frequently. So Facebook Marketplace and Roomies.com are good options to find places if you are able to move to base, or if you're able to pay a little bit more in rent in addition to the place that you stay in out of base. And if you're just living with your parents or family back at home and you can afford to pay a little bit higher in rent each month, Facebook Marketplace and Roomies are great options. Of course, guys, please be wary of these postings on Facebook Marketplace. Make sure you're communicating with these people, meeting these people, going to see the place before you transfer any money, give any money. Please be smart. So now we're going to go into some options that will work if you can't fully move to base. If you have your life set up and settled in another state and you just cannot move. The first option, which is kind of so obvious, I shouldn't even be saying it. If you had this option to you, of course you would be doing it, but I'm still going to say it anyway. That option is to stay with friends or family in your based city or even close to your base city. Say, for example, you have friends or family that lived in Virginia that would allow you to stay with them, but you were based out of BWI, which is Baltimore's airport, and you had access to a vehicle. You could stay there when you're on reserve and just do the drive up to the airport once you had an assignment. But yeah, of course, if you have friends or family in the city that you're based in, I'm sure you would take advantage of that opportunity and just stay with them. So we're going to stop talking about the easy stuff and get to the good stuff. The next option would be to stay in hotels. So there is a resource that Crew has available to them called crewtel.com. And on Crewtel, they have agreements with hotels in different cities where you can get a hotel room at a discounted rate. I'll have Crewtel's website in the description box below, but I've seen hotels in Phoenix there, Philly there, Baltimore, Chicago, Minneapolis, a whole bunch of places. So definitely check out Crewtel if you want to go the hotel route. Now, the only thing with the hotel route is depending on how many days you are on reserve, it could get pretty costly, especially if you don't get used on reserve. So that's definitely something that you have to take into consideration. Do you guys get used a lot in that city that you're based in? Do you not? Will you have to pay for multiple nights? You have to take all those things into consideration. Also, something that we did in Oakland when I was based back in Oakland, again, you would know if you watch my vlogs, a bunch of us would get one hotel room for a week or 2 weeks and just split the costs. And then we would just go in and out of that hotel as we were on reserve, on call, not being used, and just sitting. So that's a good way to split the cost of hotels. Even though they're discounted, staying there multiple nights each week could definitely get costly. Another website that I have used in the past for cheap hotels is Hotwire. I'll also put their website in the description as well. But Hotwire is hit or miss. I have definitely found cheaper hotels in Oakland on Hotwire than on Crewtel or the hotel's given rate. So if Crewtel is too expensive, definitely check out Hotwire and see if you can get a better deal. Another option that you guys can do with a group of your classmates, maybe that you graduated with, or a group of flight attendants who are all looking for places, is to split the monthly cost of an Airbnb. I just recently spoke to a new hire who actually lives in Virginia. She wants to eventually be based in Baltimore, but she is going to be based in Vegas for now. Her and a bunch of her classmates just got an Airbnb for the month and split the cost between like 8 or 10 people, something like that. So I thought that was a really good idea. We tried to do something like that in Oakland, but the prices were astronomical in California. Like, it just didn't make any sense for us to get an Airbnb. It was way too much money. So definitely take that into consideration based on which city that you're located in. If you guys can find a big enough Airbnb that can fit like 8 to 10 people, of course, 8 to 10 people wouldn't be there all at once. So if it has a few beds in there, a couch, like, just make it work. Alrighty guys, so that's all my options. Let's do a full recap. So if you are blessed with the ability to full on move to base like I was, thank God, good places to find apartments or temporary places to stay or rooms for rent are Roomies.com and Facebook Marketplace. I personally use Facebook Marketplace and I love my place. If you aren't able to move to base and you can't fully pay rent in one place and another place, you have the options of staying in hotels or booking an Airbnb. These options can work either individually or with a group of people. Oh, something else that just popped into my head. You can also find a flight attendant who does live in base and maybe sleep on their couch. If they have an extra guest room, that would be perfect, and throw them a couple $100s for rent each month. That would work too. All in all, like I said in the beginning, I do recommend moving to base, but I do understand that people have lives and roots and they can't just up and move to a new city. So these are all the options that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, definitely comment them down below. Anything maybe that you would like more explanation on, comment them down below, and I'll definitely try to help you guys out. But yeah, these are all my options, guys. It's going to be super hard in the beginning, super hard. As I stated in my what I wish I knew before I became a flight attendant video, I'm still going through the rough parts that come in the new beginnings of this job, but I am making my way. Next month I will be 1 year in with my company, so we're working, we're pushing through, we're doing it, and you can do it too. Like I said, if you have any questions at all, comment them down below. Make sure you subscribe for other flight attendant information and tips, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. See ya!